Hello, hello, my beautiful souls. This is Naomi, back for your Nate in the Raw Tarot Tuesdays. So today I wanted to do a pick a card for you guys. This will be for what steps you need to take to reach your highest happiness. I have 3 piles here that you guys can select from. Each card has 6 piles. 6 piles. Each pile has 6 cards in it. The first step will represent basically your current energy that you're in. The second one will be your first step that you need to take. This will be a first small step. Your third card will be your second step, and this will be basically like your mindset or emotional shift that you need in order to follow through on your journey. The fourth card will be step 3, which is basically like your physical actions, whether that's a job or a move or just a connection from person to person that you need to make. Your fifth card will be your support person. Your support in general. This could be a person, a resource, an inner strength that you might need to lean on. Your sixth one will be your outcome, basically, or a clue to what your outcome will be, what embracing this path will bring to you. So let's go ahead and get started in that. For my first pile here, we have a cherry earring. I love earrings, so I'll probably be using earrings a whole lot. So this is for my pile 1. Don't mind my sweaty hands, guys. I have hyperhidrosis. For my pile number 2s will be this gold flower. And for my pile number 3s, this will be the blue dice. So go ahead and you can pause the video here if you would like. Take a moment to meditate or just feel which one is pulling you, you know? This isn't about fashion or anything like that, but more so of what energy is pulling you towards which earring or pile. All right, and I will see you there. Hello, my pile number 1s. If you picked the cherry earring, we're gonna go again and get started. All right. Ooh. Let me move these up so you guys can see them all. I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this off to the side and move these up. There we go. I want you guys to be able to see the full card. Awesome. Okay, so for your first card here, it's going to be our Two of Wands in reverse. So this is for your current energy blocks. Basically, what I'm getting here is I think that you're overthinking, overanalyzing, or you're just downright you don't have long-term goals planned. And honestly, that's pretty key, you know, for you to, you know, make a journey towards what you ideally want in life and what is going to make you happy. You at least have to have a plan for it. Otherwise, how is spirit supposed to guide you towards it, you know? So I definitely would go ahead and just take some time to really, you know, make those long-term goals and go ahead and just get started. Once you have those goals, don't overthink it, or should I do this, or if I do this, will this happen? Just do it. Don't think, oh, maybe this shouldn't be my goal. Don't listen to what other people have to say about your goals. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you have to live with the life that you're, living. Other people aren't living your life. You are living your life. So definitely, whatever your goal is, go for it. Don't let anybody have outside influence on that. For your second card, that is going to be your first small step to take. In it, we have the Five of Pentacles. So for this, I'm getting that whatever financial situations you have going on, whether that is a loan or some kind of credit card debt or anything of that sort, tuition payments, you might want to check on those and get on top of that, because at the end of the day, it could come back to bite you in the booty. So for this is your first step. Get your finances in order. You need to go ahead and make a budget, a plan on how you're going to pay these things back, or, save up. But your finances definitely need to improve on this. Those would definitely be your first step, your first small step that you have to take. I don't want you guys to feel overwhelmed in this. I know when it comes to finances, a lot of people feel like, oh, it's never enough. And I want you to that mindset kind of thing, of kind of really just knowing that you have enough. If you can try to hush the words, the thoughts of you don't have enough, it might help you out. You have enough. Even if you are paying $5 a month on a credit card, at least you are paying it down somewhat, just to make those small improvements. Any improvement is a good improvement. Doesn't matter how big or how small. So definitely I would start with getting those finances in order. Your third card here is Strength in Reverse. So with this, our third card is going to be basically like your mindset and emotional shift. Baby, my biggest thing is stop comparing yourself to other people, because I think at the end of the day, it is making you depressed, honestly. You don't have that confidence, that joy, that passion in life, or the job that you're doing, or with your connections with people right now. And I think that I know that you are comparing yourself to other people. And I know it's so hard, like with all of our social media, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, whatever it may be for you. It's really, really hard nowadays not to compare yourself to other people, because that's all that those platforms are. But I want you to remember that social media is not anything. You can't take what somebody posts and, think that that's really how their life is day in and day out, because at the end of the day, those are edited things. They may show you the highlights of what their day was, but they didn't show you the breakdowns in betweens, or the arguments in their relationships, or, the child tantrums that, that their kids have, before they're being back to sweet again and on camera, So I want you guys to just stop comparing yourselves to that. I need you to learn that you are on your own journey. Let go of the jealousy, the hatred, the comparison, and I'd say depression, but I know depression is more difficult. Trust me, I know. I'm on antidepressants and anti-anxiety medications. It's hard. So definitely, if you need that help out there, all for it. Whether that you're going the natural route or the medical route, but definitely work on that self-confidence again, because you got it. I see a person here who is compassionate, loving, caring, You're empathetic to other people, and sometimes with that empathy, it's it's hard, especially when you have other people around you that kind of influence your emotions. I'm kind of that kind of person. Like, if my sister is feeling upset about something, I'm upset right there with her. And at the end of the day, sometimes I have to like meditate and reground myself and let go of all of the energies I feel like I absorbed throughout the day, because I know that that puts a damper on my mood sometimes too. And I start to overthink, and then I start to doubt myself. And that doubt leads to depression and just overall killing your confidence. So I definitely say go ahead and get in that confident mind strength. You the bomb. You the bomb, and you got this, okay? So definitely know that you are the powerful person in your life, and you have the power to lead yourself to wherever you want to be. Gain that confidence back. For your fourth card here, we have the Four of Wands in reverse. For this is basically your worldly actions and connections. With this, I'm sensing that you have either tension with a family member or a loved one, and honestly, it's hurting your worldly views right now. I know it's so hard, you know. I feel like you're someone who was working towards something. You're very excited for it, and you wanted to immediately come home and share this information and rejoice with your loved ones, and you just received the complete opposite. Like, they totally just crapped on your whole happy positive energy, and it made you second guess yourself. That's falling back into your strength card over here. It's making you lack that confidence. So honestly, that connection right there. Sorry, I have the monitor on and my son is in there making noise. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Sometimes when he wakes up, he starts talking to himself. So cute. Um, but definitely, I know it's hard when the people that are closest to you don't support you, but that's when we jump into this Ten of Pentacles right here. For this Ten of Pentacles, it is in position of your support. So I want you to know that no matter how much, as unfortunate as it is, no matter how much your family that you maybe were born into, or, maybe friends that are just, like I said, crapping on that positive energy, do that. I want you to remember to remain positive and know that you are making the best decisions for you in your life, for your family and children. Because at the end of the day, I see if you keep those visions in mind and you work hard and you make those sacrifices, but you also remember to take care of yourself along the way. And, there may be, setbacks and challenges in this journey, but at the end of the day, everything's going to be all right. It is always going to work out. The spirit is not going to let you fall. Okay? You're not going to let you fall. So, find that soul family too, It's not always the family that you're born in that is the most supportive. And it's a really sad and long journey to like really realize that. I've had that, that that experience myself, and it's taken a lot for me to accept it and heal from it and find other people to surround myself with that are supportive and positive in those kinds of ways. I see if you can follow along with this, when you follow along with this, you have financial stability and the support and love and happiness of all the people that you kept around you, that stuck around you throughout your hard times and your good times. So definitely find that soul family out there and just keep that vision in mind. For your last card here, you have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Now, this is basically your clue here. And honestly, I feel like it's your overall general message is that beware of, when people need you to need you to lean on and count on, and just any adversaries or challenges that are very tumultuous in this journey of yours, take it in stride, you know? Literally, like, no matter what comes your way, if it knocks you down, 2 steps, you're gonna get back up and you're gonna walk up 5 more, Keep going. Remember that strength and that confidence that you have within yourself, and keep going, and don't let it get you down, because that's how you're gonna reach that 10 of Pentacles. That's how you're gonna reach that stability and that love and joy and just pure happiness in your future, okay? I want you guys to be aware of, jealousy and greed and hatred, anger. Be aware of when you're starting to feel those emotions, because I think that's when you need to take a second and realign yourself. Because when you start feeling those things, or you start getting a little too hot-headed in an argument with, a family member or a coworker, at the end of the day, it's doing you more harm than good. And I know it's really, really hard to keep a level-headed on, especially when someone is trying you and trying you and trying you, but remember, at the end of the day, they are not worth the energy. I'm not one that really yells. I don't like to hold on to anger for a very long amount of time, because honestly, it's very draining to me. And I'd rather just be happy in my own little bubble, my own little happy bubble. So definitely make boundaries, a force field of impenetrable positivity, because at the end of the day, if someone is being rude to you or mean to you, in old sayings, kill them with kindness. Because at the end of the day, if you know deep in your heart you've done nothing wrong to this person, there's no reason for them to be acting like this, and they're still staying, that's a problem on their end, not yours. And don't let people get you out of character, okay? That's how you're going to progress in this journey. So I wish you guys all the love and light and positivity. Be sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know if this resonated for you, and I will see you guys back again soon. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, share it with your friends if you think they'll enjoy the channel, and I'll see you guys back again for another reading. Bye! Hello, my group number 2s. If you picked the gold flower earring here, you are in the right place. So let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, so in your first card right here is your 7 of Wands in reverse. This is your current energy block. What I'm getting here is that I think that, the people that are around you at this time are being very judgmental on, your plans and your ambitions at the moment, and you don't even bother fighting back. I think that you just let it go to avoid the conflict, honestly, and you give up on those goals and those dreams and move on to the next thing, because you think that it's going to keep the peace, and that you'll, earn this proudness and approval from them. But at the end of the day, this is just keeping you in a cycle of unhappiness. If you keep throwing away the goals and dreams that mean the most to you, just because, like your mom and your dad said that they don't think that that's a good path for you, or you're stupid to think that would be successful, like it's not going to make you happy at the end of the day. And like I was telling my group once, this is your life. Group 2, this is your life. So you got to make the best decisions for you, So this right now, this, just letting those goals go and letting other people drag you down and make you unhappy is just really hindering you from getting to, what's ultimately going to make you happy in life. Your second card here is the Five of Swords. So this is in the position of your first small step to take. With this, you guys need to forgive and move on, honestly. I know that forgiveness is a long road, honestly. And especially, I'm just getting like parents here. I just keep hearing parents, When, your parents are pushing you to do something that ultimately is not going to make you happy, and, they're saying all these hurtful things to you, it's really, really difficult to put yourself in their shoes. Especially when you're like, I know this isn't right. Trust me. I've been in that position, my parents pushing me to go to a college I didn't want to go to, pushing me to be in a career I didn't want to be into, and, all the things that they think is just best for me. And I didn't realize myself until I became a parent. One, that I wasn't going to follow in those footsteps, but also that I could see how they thought that they were just pushing me in the right direction, doing what's best, because they wish that those were the things that they did, And at the end of the day, all they want is what is best for you. But sometimes, most of the time, our parents don't know what's best for us, And so I can see the love behind the action, but it may not be the love that you needed, The love that you needed or the love that you wanted. So definitely take some time to, understand where they're coming from and forgive, but also still go along with whatever plan that you're going to do, because you can't let them decide your life for you, And if it's, more so something in a relationship, it's really, really silly example, but, not silly. Say, you're in a relationship and your boyfriend wants to be a rapper. He thinks that he's just going to be the hot commodity in the rap era right now. And you just don't feel like that's really realistic for the point in time that you guys are in. And, you're working hard hours and he's not working very hard hours right now, because he's just focusing down on his rap career. There needs to be some kind of compromise, Like, okay, focus on your rap era, but that means that you need to work too. We both need to be working towards something, and I can't be the only person, financially putting up with this while I'm, like trying to go to med school or, raise our child or something like that, There needs to be compromise in that relationship, whatever your situation may be. That was just, just a situation that popped up into my head. But, yeah, compromise, forgiveness, move on, and do what you got to do. At the end of the day, that's best for you. And at the end of the day, that forgiveness is for you. It's not for them. Forgiveness is never for the other person. The forgiveness is for you, to free your mind and free your soul of the shackles of the pain and, torment that this issue or person has brought you. So do something healing for yourself, Well, that means that you meditate on it, you do your yoga, take a walk, take lots of walks if you can. Confide in a close friend, seek therapy, journal, whatever it takes for you to get over that hump in that relationship or, the family drama. Do it for you. Do it for you now and future you, and past you too, because that needs healing as well. In the position of your emotional mindset shift that needs to happen, you have the Three of Pentacles. With this, I'm getting like kind of like a connected soul here. So I'm hearing like your relationship, especially if you guys have kids involved. Teamwork right now is not currently in progress. It's not cohesive. It's not together. You guys need to get it together, honestly, for both of your sakes. When you're making that compromise that I had mentioned before, you guys need to be able to hear each other out. You can't offer your 2 cents into something if you haven't given them a chance to give their 2 cents as well. So give them a chance to say what they're going to say and actually hear what they say. Hear it and listen and take that in and then make your response. And that goes for them too, because at the end of the day, I'm hearing teamwork makes the dream work. If you guys can, pull together and make that compromise, it's a give and a take in a relationship. And if you guys can do that, you guys can both reach that future that you want together, Because when you guys are at odds with each other and you're both supposed to be on the same team, it's making it difficult for you guys to really progress because, you're constantly bickering and taking the energy that you guys both need to feel that motivation in your project or whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. It's making it really difficult for you guys to both get there. And you're taking away, resources like your energy from each other that you would need to get there. And it's keeping you guys stuck. So if you can work together, make that compromise, figure out what rhythm works for you guys, it's going to help you excel. But you, like I said, get into that mindset of hear and then be heard. Okay. Your 4th card is the World. A beautiful card, honestly. This is in the position of, your physical worldly actions, your connections with people and, your jobs and the moves that you make in life. You gotta find that balance between your inner self and your outer self. How you're feeling on the inside needs to match what you're projecting on the outside, okay? If you're feeling like a dumpster on fire on the inside, but you're, hello Barbie, let's go party on the outside, that's, at the end of the day, it's gonna wear you down. It's gonna make what's inside worse. And like I said before, maybe get into that journaling, that yoga, that walking, talking with a friend, therapy, whatever it is to get that balance, because whatever that inner battle is that you're having right now, you need to let all that energy out, let it go so that you can breathe and find peace and harmony within yourself. That's what's going to help excel you right now, okay? Because I can see the fruitfulness that's just waiting to happen. All this hard work that you put in, I want you to know that it is not going in vain. It's not going unnoticed. You are going to reap what you're sowing. You are going to see the fruits of your labor, but you have to find that balance within yourself and without of yourself. Next, you have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. With this, I'm hearing your resources right now. You are currently living beyond your means. And that kind of plays into, the world right there about, getting that balance with your inner and outer self. You're putting off a facade that everything's good and you've got it all your ducks in a row and you've got all these nice personal possessions, but at the end of the day, you're in debt. You're not able to really relax at the end of the day because you are overspending, overgiving, of energy and money. So at the end of the day, I feel like I say that a lot at the end of the day, because honestly, at the end of the day, that's what we got to think about, honestly. But you need to reconfigure yourself. Stop trying to put on this facade for the people around you to make you think that you've got it all. Their opinions don't matter if you're suffering when you go home and you're crying yourself to sleep at night because you don't know how you're going to make your rent because you just bought a Louis Vuitton bag or your boyfriend just bought some new soundproofing stuff to, make your guys' closet a studio. A studio for him to do his rap in. But I don't know why I keep laughing at that. Do you guys think that you guys' boyfriend's rap career is funny? I don't know. It's okay if you do. There's no shame in that, If you're being supportive but you're laughing a little bit on the inside, it's okay. Pookie, not another mixtape. For those of you guys who know Filthy Frank, aka Joji. But yeah, definitely back to it. Definitely stop living beyond your means. Stop giving too much energy, fake energy to people that don't even deserve it. Because at the end of the day, like I said, you're draining yourself. You need to, lean on your partner or, whoever your soul family is, your tribe. Lean on them and let them know the real you. And balance yourself out. It's really just reinforcing that first one. Really balance yourself out because at the end of the day, it's hurting you. If you're working so hard, but you're squandering all of, let me put it in this term. You spent all year long making this harvest. You're out there watering and, making sure that your plants are well fed so that you can bear this beautiful fruit. But as soon as the fruit pops up, you just eat it immediately. And then winter comes and you realize, oh shucks, I ain't really got no food because I just kept eating it as soon as it popped up. That's what's going on right now. If you save your resources, save that energy and make it into something big and beautiful, and then go and reap the benefits of it later, you're going to be able to rest and relax like never before because you know that you did everything that you needed to do and you have the proof to show it. So really just find that balance. Find that balance of the treat yourselves and the savings, okay? Find that balance. Because when you find that balance, your outcome here is the King of Pentacles. That means, you're bountiful, you're fruitful, you're abundant in all of the things that you've ever wanted in life. You see how this man is dripped out here in all this fruit? He's got his coin, he's sitting up in his mighty high chair. You're gonna get there, but you gotta really just find that balance in life. And like I said, make that compromise, but not too much that it's not really a compromise for you, You gotta make sure that it's a give and a take, equal on both ends, and that you're being met in the middle with your partner or your friend or with yourself even, because this could be a battle just in between your inner yourself, your demons are talking to you and telling you to do one thing, but the angel on the other side is like, no, let's go here. Find that balance within yourself because in the end of the day, you're going to have that fruitful life that you've always wanted if you could follow through in all these steps and have that motivation and that courage to really make these changes, you know? So, this is all that I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know down in the comments if this resonated with you. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell if you want notifications on when I post my next video. Feel free to share this with your friends if you think that they might like the channel. You know, come on and stroll through and take a look at a couple things that we've got going on. You know, I'm always here to chit chat. Let me know if you have anything that you want to discuss in the comments. And I love you guys. Peace and light. Bye. Hello, hello, my beautiful group number 3s. If you picked this blue dice earring here, you are in the right place. So let's go ahead and jump right on into your reading here. So for your first card here, you have the Four of Pentacles. This is your current energy right now. I'm saying you got it in the bag right now, okay? You're, achieving your goals. You're very successful. You've created a lot of wealth for yourself. But I'm saying that it's kind of, taking a tide. You want to remain, of course, financially successful and stable, which there is nothing wrong with that. But when it starts to tip too far onto the other side of the scale, it starts to become a little bit of greed, letting your material possessions really take a hold of you. And that's just, it's really hurting you right now. Okay, I'm going to say that. Let me move these up for you guys. Sorry. Yeah, it's starting to turn a little bit ugly. And ultimately, I mean, it's not going to make you happy, honestly. If you're, you have all these possessions, but you don't want to share it with anyone for a fear of being unstable in the future. When there's no risk, there's no true reward, honestly. And I'm not telling that you need to just give away all your money or spend frivolously. It's nothing like that. It's just there's an extent to making sure that you're staying stable and being greedy, For your first small step that you take, you have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So for this, I think you need to be a little less arrogant when it, comes into your relationships and your relationship with people, your relationship with money. And find a little bit more patience with people. You're hot shit. Sorry. You're hot stuff, but you're not that hot, okay? I don't mean to say that. That's what I'm hearing from spirit right now, okay? You need to knock yourself down a couple notches on the pedestal. Take yourself off that pedestal. And really just be more kind with the people that are in your life, because if not, you're going to drive all of the people that love and care for you away from you, I think that you're a person that has a lot of frustration and anger within yourself. And that might be something that you need to look into, of finding, some kind of way, some kind of outlet for that anger and frustration. Um, my my boyfriend, the father of my child, he's somewhat like that. He was born a hothead, I do have to say. He loves a good fight. And now that he's a dad, he's trying to find other avenues of letting out that anger and frustration, because sometimes, especially as a man, like, it's hard to let that go, especially when you've been wounded in your past. Definitely find some kind of outlet, if that's kickboxing. I'm hearing dancing. You guys love to dance. It's okay if you're a guy and you like to dance. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Even if it's, ballet. I don't think that that's a girly kind of thing. I know some awesome male ballet dancers, okay? So if that's dance, find some kind of way to express yourself, whether that's through art, painting, or even if you're not good at, you don't think that you're good at painting, you just want to do a paint by color. If that's really finding that one person that you feel like you can fully open up to and trust, and just vent, or, therapy. I feel like in all of my, in group 1 and group 2, I'm hearing therapy, y'all. It's okay. Therapy's okay. There's nothing wrong with, finding someone to talk to. And I'm not saying that it has to, you have to pay thousands of dollars to find some random person to talk to. You can have that one best friend that's been with you, for a long time, that ride or die, or your life partner. Talk to them, speak to them, let them know what's going on inside of you, because you may be putting off a front of anger, but inside I'm seeing somebody who's lonely. You need someone to talk to. I really want you guys to try to focus on shifting that arrogance, hot shit, angry, hot-headed energy into something that's more positive right now, because that's what's going to help progress you on your journey to your true highest happiness. Oh my gosh, guys, the sun is coming out. It's been cloudy for like most of the day here. I'm in Las Vegas, and it's finally coming out. I'm happy the sun is out, because I'm going to get my son up from his nap soon, so maybe we can go play outside for a little bit. If it's not too hot. I think the high for today was like 93 degrees or something like that. But yay, sun. I love the sun. For your third card here, you have the Queen of Cups in reverse. This is really just reinforcing, the Knight of Wands, because you need to get in touch with your true emotions. Like I said, you're putting on a front of this arrogance, this anger, hot-headedness, but really inside you're lonely. You're stressed, and that's okay. You're stressed. Maybe you're a little bit sad. Maybe you actually do have a low confidence, low self-esteem inside, and you don't want people to know that because you think that that's weakness. It's weakness to show emotion. It's not weak to show emotions. I want you to know that. Being able to show your true emotions and stand by it is true strength. Because you know that no matter what you put out there, there's no judgment. And even if there was, who gives a F, So I really want you guys to try to just really get in touch with your emotional side, and not let what your initial reaction to something, like, kind of, I don't know, gaslight you into thinking that that's your true way that you feel about the situation, because it's not. Like I said, take some time to really journal. If you feel like you can't talk to somebody right now, or you feel like the person in your life is making you feel like you can't freely express your emotions, write it down. Write it down and lock it up if you have to. And find the people who, like I said, you can really trust and let loose and open up and be your real self, because how is anyone ever going to truly love you if they don't even know who the true you is, you know? If you don't know who the true you is, you have to learn how to love and appreciate yourself first for the good and the bad, the pretty and the ugly, before anybody else can do that to you, for you, you know? So I definitely just get in touch with yourself. Find yourself again. And find a good way to release that stress, that pressure off your shoulders. Sometimes it's stressful being successful. It's a lot of hard work that went into that. And sometimes it's continuous hard work that's going into it. Find some way to release that pressure, because when you're holding it in, it's not good for you. It's building up into something that's going to explode in a really, really bad way. And then you're going to be sad because you pushed all the people away from you that truly had your back and loved you. So find some way to express that. Find some way to get in touch with those true emotions that are deep down inside of you. And it's funny too that I mentioned that the sun came out, because I feel like that's really just alluding to, like, you need to shine the light on your inner emotions. Let it out. Let it go. Let it go. Let it out. Okay. Be free. Free yourself of all of that turmoil that's building up inside of you, because it's not doing anything good for you or the people around you, okay? For your fourth card here, you have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Now, this is your physical, worldly actions and connections. With this, I'm hearing that you maybe need to put a little bit more time and effort and consideration into the relationships that you're fostering right now. I think you need to take a step back and really look at, is the way that I'm acting and the effects of how I'm acting worth the outcome that I'm about to have, honestly? Because, like I said, I feel like you're pushing the people who love you the most away, and you're not letting your true self come through, and that's really disheartening to them, So you need to really take a step back and look at how your actions are affecting other people. And this could also go for, like, business investments too, because you seem like a person that's, investing in a lot of different projects and things right now. You need to take a step back and look at the things that you're investing in. Is this something that's positively impacting the world, or do you think that in the end it is going to negatively impact the world, what you're supporting here? So I think that you should definitely take the time to look at that as well. Your next card here is the Four of Cups. This is what's going to support you right now. And honestly, I think that with the relationships that you have right now, I think that you feel like the damage is done. Like, there's no way to fix what has already been happening, the problems that you're already having. But that's not the truth. I mean, like, as you can see here, there's a hand offering him, the solution right in front of him. It's right in front of you. But you're looking down. You're not even looking at the solution that's in front of you. And I feel like that's too, like, the person that's in your relationship right now. They're trying to offer you help and support and love and kindness and understanding. And you're like, woe is me, or you're feeling apathetic about all of the things in your life. And maybe you need to take a step back and really think about what matters to you in this world and just your overall purpose in life. Because I think once you connect with that and you see that, what your purpose is in life and all of the positive and good things that are around you, that's going to ultimately free you in the end. Accept that help, accept that love, accept that understanding, that commitment, and don't run away from it, because If you're running away from it, it's only going to hurt you in the end. It's tiring running all the time, you know? Take their hand. Let them understand. Your last card here is the Three of Swords. For this one, I feel like it's more of a warning. It's a warning of what your outcome is going to be if you cannot get in touch with your emotions, if you cannot accept the love and help and understanding in front of you. Oh, wow. And just like that, the sun is going away. It is hinting literally to what I'm saying. If you cannot accept the love of the people that is in front of you and accept your emotions for what they truly are, you are going to be lonely, lost, in pain. I can't stress this enough. You gotta open yourself up. Open your true self up to the people that are around you. Because all of these material possessions at the end of the day, they can't show you love. They can't give you a hug. They can't talk back to you and laugh with you, cry with you, rejoice with you. You're going to be left alone with all your material possessions and nothing else. No people to share them with. Well, let me know in the comments if this resonated with you, what you're going through right now. I'm always here to support you guys, We as humans, we have to lean on each other, and whether we're strangers or, the best of friends. We need to lead with love and compassion. So please feel free to share your journey in the comments, and I would love to reply and, offer words of wisdom or just, let you know how I relate or how I know people's journeys in my lives relate, Wishing you guys love, light, peace, freedom for my group 3, freedom from your inner cages. I love you guys so much, and the people around you love you so much. Open up. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell for my future posts, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye!